Hegseth said they were dismissing Air Force General C.Q. Brown as the country's senior military officer. Admiral Lisa Franchetti, the first woman to lead the Navy, General James Slife, the vice chair of the Air Force, as well as the top lawyers for the Army, Navy, and Air Force. The President has selected retired Air Force Lieutenant General Dan Kane to be the new Joint Chiefs Chairman. That job requires Senate confirmation. Mr. Trump has spoken highly of Kane since meeting him in Iraq during his first term. Eric Edelman has served in several senior positions in the State and Defense Departments under both Republican and Democratic presidents. He's now at the Center for Strategic and Budgetary Assessments. Mr. Edelman, how unusual is this? A new president coming in his first month, getting rid of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and a bunch of other leaders?
It's unprecedented, John, as far as I'm aware. We've had presidents relieve other senior commanders of positions. Of course, President Truman relieved General MacArthur during the Korean War. President Obama relieved General Stan McChrystal, but that was for cause. And in this instance, no cause has been given. So it's really unprecedented as far as I can see. We've had previous presidents who wanted to put their own chairman in. President Kennedy, for instance, wanted to have Max Taylor become chairman, but he waited until General Lyman Lemnitzer, who was the chairman in those days, complete his term before replacing him.
What do you think the effect is going to be on the military of this? Not only the changing the command, but also the message that President Trump appears to be sending.
Well, overall, I think this is going to be very disruptive, along with the exercise that Secretary Hegseth announced for 8% either cuts or reallocation of funds. I think people are still very uncertain about that. The firings that have been announced, and the appearance that what the president is looking for is personal loyalty rather than institutional loyalty that all of the senior military officers have undertaken as a result of their oaths when they took their positions. They swear an oath to the Constitution, not to an individual president, although they clearly understand that they are under civilian control.
What can you tell us about Dan Kane, the man that President Trump wants as the new chairman of the Joint Chiefs?
I don't know General Kane. I know General Brown reasonably well. I really can't comment on General Kane other than to say he's had an honorable and distinguished career in the military as well. But he is not a four-star general. He retired as a three-star. And under the Goldwater-Nichols statute, the chairmanship traditionally and by law has been a four-star who was either vice chairman, a service chief, or one of the combatant commanders under the Unified Command Plan.
The top lawyers of the three services were also dismissed, the Judge Advocate Generals, or JAGs as they're known. During his confirmation hearings, Hegseth talked about what he didn't like about some military lawyers. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
It would be a JAG officer who puts his or her own priorities in front of the warfighters. Their promotions, their medals, in front of having the backs of those who are making the tough calls on the front lines.
What's he talking about there?
It's hard to know specifically what he's talking about, but he may be talking about some of the court-martials for war crimes that took place during the Trump first term, which the president interceded in and pardoned the people who were involved. I think that's a dangerous, actually, precedent, dangerous attitude. I mean, the JAGs are there essentially to make sure that orders are followed, that orders are conform to the laws of armed conflict, to Title 10, the U.S. Code that outlines the responsibilities of the Department of Defense and the military, the Constitution, and whatever international obligations the United States has under treaties. And so, I fear that what is happening here is that they are looking for JAGs who will essentially commit to validate and adjudicate any order coming out of the White House as a lawful.
Talk a little bit more about that. What are the dangers? What are the possible consequences of that?
Well, during the campaign in 2016, President Trump said that he might order the military to torture people who were terrorists captured on the battlefield. That is a war crime. That is illegal under U.S. statutes. And it would be an unlawful order. And if there are no JAGs to impose that interpretation and make it clear that that is not lawful, the president might be able to force military officers into doing things that they know are not correct, not right.
Former Pentagon official Eric Edelman, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, John.
In tonight's other news, President Trump spoke at the final day of the Conservative Political Action Conference, known as CPAC. Mr. Trump touted his administration's achievements, including what he said is a deal with Ukraine that will end the war and repay the United States the money it spent on the war effort.
I'm dealing with President Zelensky. I'm dealing with President Putin. I'm trying to get the money back that, or secured, because, Europe has given $100 billion. The United States has given $350 billion. So we're asking.
But if the shoe fits.
I'm not what you call a dog person.
I can get it done for you. All right, I'm with you. For a while, I was afraid everything was lost, but this news out of the north gives me hope. Amen.
There's never any bum water. A friend of mine locked themselves in the reservoir trying to stop the cult from messing with the water. But even with all those supplies, they can't hold out forever.
Dr. Virgil said it'd be safer if you stopped handling firearms.
Well, that's certainly something.
So you're the one who took Faith out. I'll be damned.
Hello, sir.
My grandma taught me how to
School after you or some
definitely be the type of place that I would haunt.
This hotel by force from Jackson King. Think he might have ended up in a bunker or in a sulfur.
July 4th, 1963. Clutch Nixon, the greatest stuntman in Montana, honored America in the only way God could have imagined, flying recklessly through a pristine river valley, firing heavy artillery attached to a civilian aircraft. Although he never crashed, Clutch nevertheless suffered an injury to his brow ridge that left him unable to see color. That same year, Clutch accidentally sparked a race riot at the launch party of his first volume of erotic poetry. Ironically, both the stunt and the book are named Old Glory Holes, and neither have been surpassed since that day.
I don't know what I would have done if Kim wasn't around. She's always thinking the three, you know?
to that bridge.
That shit's horrible.
What an entertainer. This is incredible.
A single shot of whiskey, ready to take a fall.
I can't wait for this chapter of Montana history to be over and done.
With honor, with pride.
That target never stood a chance. Oh no, they're out of time.
I'm a two-wheel flyer, risking everything. These men take him higher, and the danger it will bring. Set things
Just a little bit off the top there. What a close one.
boats breaking crumble, Grim Reaper in the wind, Grim Reaper.
What an entertainer. This is incredible.
One man of his word, not afraid to lose it all. A single shot of whiskey,
That target never stood a chance.
one American with honor, with pride, in a burning desire to fly. Fucking hell.
Right between the water and the bridge. Incredible stick control.
Nixon, riding through the storm. Clutch, Nixon, it held you up.
They've got the hang of it.
Clutch, Nixon, let me get to mine. Clutch, Nixon, legend.
They're making a banking turn at the historic gold dredge now. They nearly touched that bridge. What incredible marksmanship. What a feat. They've made it.
Legend in hell.
I overheard one of the Stricklands saying that they needed to talk.
I I don't know what to say except thank you.
I overheard one of the Stricklands saying that they needed to talk to the people at the lookout tower about you-know-what. Knowing the Stricklands, you-know-what equals weapons.
What you did won't be forgotten.
I wonder if that...
I'll just follow you for a little while, sure.
B-list losers who don't want any part of true fucking cinema! Anyone can squeeze into an Omega suit! I'll prove it! The entire crew walked out. They left! And you know what? Fuck them! Same thing happened to Coppola, and look where he is now! We are the future of modern cinema. When we're up on that podium next year, all of those fuckers will regret doubting us! Picture this, the most epic, badass fight sequence ever shot on a micro-budget, screaming zombies, blood, explosions, but with heart. Here's the scene. They killed your mentally disabled, blind Labradoodle puppy, so you go apeshit! We're talking a baseball batting, headshotting, death from a buffing, explosive, fiery, bloody pièce de résistance! Only snag, I blew the budget on these lights, so we can't afford extras, but problem solved. We dip into the local talent pool, specifically those bald, brainless space cadets wandering around. Find some of those droolers outside and lead them back here so I can start rolling. I'll direct you through the action, so let's go, baby. Guerrilla filmmaking!
Time is money, baby! Find those angels and bring them here! First position! That's coming out of your paycheck! Come on! I want to hear what design! take credit for this! Yes, we've got those badass action hero skills! Yeah! How's this for vision, you... Keep hitting till they start clicking!
This is the single greatest achievement in human history. Wow, I just gotta say, the camera loves you. We got it all in one take! Suck on that, Fincher! Pure genius! Go out and get drunk, shoot cake, snort M&Ms, whatever the fuck you kids are doing nowadays. You deserve it. You know something? You taught me an important lesson today. Never compromise on your vision. No matter who you hurt, no matter what the cost. Thanks for that. I'll never forget it. Now get lost! I've got a masterpiece to edit.
Jacob was the big mean brute of the Seed clan. But don't let Faith trick you. She's the most dangerous of the lot.
The bunnies are like a zoo. I hate it. Hunters ought to work harder.
What the hell is going on here?
Got your back.
I've been in that radioactive mine a bunch of times and still haven't gotten any superpowers. Hope you all have better luck. Target a fucking choir.
Think he's over there.
I'm seeing it. Cover me, I'm moving. Watch these Peggy's hands.
You Peggies are dead!
bungalows! Cover me! Heading down! Cover me! Watch my six!
Hello, this is... God damn it, Junior, this thing even recording?
Yeah, it's on. You're doing a great job, Daddy.
I know I'm doing great. You come from my goddamn gonads, son. I don't ever need your opinion on how I'm doing. Hello, I'm Bert Drummond Sr. And I'm running for state senate. I care deeply for Montana, which is why I can no longer sit back while this state and this country are turned into Canada by godless, gunless hippies who will not rest until democracy is dead and we're all eating ketchup chips. These syrup-sucking socialists sneak into our country with 300 different gender pronouns and take our high-paying jobs in entertainment and hockey. They don't care about our way of life. They want to take our guns, spread their liberal agenda.
Preppers invited me into their group. It's just not my thing. Canned food tastes like can to me.
Menaces to the
Preppers even bother.
I will make sure our health care is more expensive than ever. I'll remove French courses from our schools, and I will require all Montanans who were born in Canada or share their politics to be deported or shipped to California. Finally, I'll push for more strict immigration laws and build a 700-foot-tall ice wall on our border. Only move 1 inch north every year until Canada is American again. Make no mistake, if you're Canadian, the liberal Judge Andy Walker who ruled against me and let my gold-digging ex-wife steal my fortune in a divorce, your days are numbered. I'm Herc Drummond Sr., and I approve this goddamn message.
Thanks for waiting.
International analysts are saying the U.S. may be facing war. Between the nuclear testing in the Pacific and the failed peace talks
Here we go!
in the East, well, things aren't looking good.
Everything happened so fast.
Let's get locked and loaded for the next road, y'all.
I hear you, Nick. fighting back. I would
Perfect flying conditions.
Pretty damn tiresome being under siege by face 24/7. The same old.
The Laurels called in and told us their bunker had been compromised. Water damage. They've abandoned it, but told us that if we can get to it, we're welcome to anything we find down there.
Hey! Sorry for the mess. Any trouble finding the stuff? Would have taken me months. Faith's angels might as well be walking corpses. Too far gone to bring back once you get that much bliss in you. But with this stuff, we might be able to just herd them out of the way. Once it's ready, do you think you can give it a field test? I'm positive it'll work, like 95% positive, but we still need to make sure.
Hello?
Don't know how much longer we can hold
Thanks
out.
for getting us safe.
All right, I'll stick with you for now.
This isn't the only place Faith has been keeping prisoners.
Was worried you were gonna leave without me.
Happen often.
Canadians are conducting wholesale slaughter in Hope County. It's beyond the deputy. Oh, sorry. I need all the ingredients before we can mix a new batch. Now I'll keep working on the formula till you've gotten everything.
Can prison walls keep Faith out? She's a damn ghost.
Deputy, we're sent for a trial run. Deputy, okay, we're good. Look, I haven't done a whole lot right recently, but this is gonna change that pattern. Just need to test it out and make sure it works. The cult's using the angels to harvest the Bliss flowers at a nearby farm. I tested out there. Those things can freak out easily though. So, go in quietly, set the bait down, and get back to safety. I'm like, okay, maybe 75% sure the formula is correct, so, you know, be careful.
We're all good.
My dad used to say, I still don't know what the hell was meant by that.
I'm in. Let's do this. Don't know how much longer we can hold out here.
I'm not what you call it.
Deputy, it's Doc. Just wanted to remind you not to disturb the angels. If you upset them, you won't be able to test the experimental bait. They'll ignore it and you'll be left with a rabid horde.
talk here. Can you hear me? If the angels get upset, they'll ignore the bait. Once everything is quiet again, then you can place the bait and see if it draws angels from further away. I'm 75% sure this will work.
lucky it's at least 5.
Hey, man.
I can't wait for this chapter in Montana's history to be over and done with.
Never can have enough ammo.
Remind me, better get from here. Got reports the cult found out about the bunker full of guns at the Dover Spike compound. We should head over there. Make sure they don't get their hands on them.
Was worried you were gonna leave without me.
My dad used to say, guns are like condoms. I still don't know what the hell he meant by that.
Don't know what we're supposed to do with this place now. You know that if something sneaks up on us, I probably won't hear it.
weirdo, but it's paved by quality.
That truck stop's an important part of securing the area. Now that it's in the Cougars' hands, we'll get it up and running, and we can use it as a refueling depot. Nice job, Rook.
Lorna, honey, if you got any of that lotto money laying around, I'd grab it and go. Something set off the Peggies in a big way, and they're on a rampage. You gotta run.
I need a driver. Those Peggy bastards stole all our gas. They drained these here reservoirs and filled their tankers. So I need you to steal one and bring it back here. Just got word that there's one parked at the old diner down the road. If we're gonna rebuild, we gotta reopen these pumps. We'll keep the truck stop safe. You bring back that sweet, sweet gas.
Try hunting with a bow once. That shit's hard.
See, this is why we have the second.
That's nothing. I've had these shit for nearly 12 years now. They're rebuilding up in the north now that Jacob's gone. Gonna take them time, but they can do it.
I don't know how to think.
Want to get your mind blown? Try this game.
Can't believe we're down to using motor oil instead of proper gun lube.
Goddamn sun again.
Is considered necessary.
It's awesome. You can play with your friends.
The land's the same. Little things are different. No hitchhikers. You'd always see someone bumming a ride. Virgil said it's safer to stop handling firearms.
Hostiles there. Moving. Thanks for waiting.
I'm seeing the target. Welcome to Drake City. Population right at that jack.
This ain't no time for horses. You gotta try this. Best game ever.
Close. I can't wait for all this fighting to be done.
All right, calm down. What's close? Where'd that come from? If we can get some gas back in this place, we could have it up and running again.
These Peggies are more scary than before. You know, whenever I get worried about what we're doing, I think of the future with my family. Just like Jim said, imagine happy times and happy times will happen.
I may not be good for much, but I'm ready to fight.
shitstorm we're dealing with.
Journey.
Enjoy it while you can.
In the first month of his second term, President Trump has reshaped the government with a flurry of executive orders. As William Brangham reports, many of them echo the language of a policy blueprint he once disavowed.
During the heat of the presidential race, the 900-page Project 2025 became a rallying cry for Democrats and a focal point for their warnings about a second Trump term. It was published by the conservative Heritage Foundation, and it outlined plans to reshape the federal government, expand presidential power, and enact right-leaning social policies. In polls, it proved widely unpopular with voters, and then candidate Trump distanced himself from it, calling parts of it, quote, ridiculous and abysmal.
I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it.
But a recent analysis by Politico found dozens of instances where President Trump's executive actions have closely aligned with Project 2025. Megan Messerly is a White House reporter for Politico and co-authored the piece. Megan, so good to have you on the program. Let's start with a big picture overview here. What policy aspects of the second Trump administration most dovetail with Project 2025, according to your reporting?
We found significant overlap, on social issues, on immigration, on government staffing, energy, foreign affairs, the economy. But really the biggest category that we saw was this sort of social issues category. As President Trump has really taken this aggressive posture on culture war issues in the early weeks of his presidency. So I'm thinking about policies like ending diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, using the Civil Rights Act to remove, quote, gender ideology and critical race theory from schools, and also ending government efforts to fight misinformation and disinformation.
And again, these were all things that Donald Trump promised that he would do what he could to eradicate when he got into office. On those DEI examples, are there some examples you can cite that illustrate the connection between the two?
Right, so I think a really clear one is Project 2025 calls for deleting the term sexual orientation, gender identity, diversity, equity, and inclusion from really every federal rule, every agency regulation, contract, grant that exists. And one of the president's early executive orders similarly called for terminating DEI mandates, policies, programs under whatever name they appear. Another one that jumps out to me, Project 2025 really asserts that DEI has become this vehicle for what it calls unlawful discrimination in federal agencies. And we saw a corresponding executive order saying that federal hiring should not be based on race under what it describes as sort of the guise, is the word it uses, the guise of equity.
Last week, as you know, a federal judge blocked this executive order that aims to restrict gender transition care for young people. What did Project 2025 say specifically about that issue?
Yeah, it really talks quite a bit about gender identity. So one of the big things it talks about is, rescinding healthcare protections for sexual orientation, gender identity, which were issued by the Biden administration. And it also uses this language to, quote, protect minors from gender mutilation. We see that reflected very clearly in an executive order that really focuses on, transgender healthcare, using that similar language of chemical and surgical mutilation, really paralleling Project 2025 there, and also specifically referring to that Biden administration guidance on sexual orientation and gender identity and rolling it back. And then another example that comes to mind is Project 2025 really calls for, defining sex to mean biological sex recognized at birth. And the president very early on issued an executive order, stating it's U.S. policy to recognize, two sexes, male and female. And we've really seen that already have, ripple effects across the federal government.
One major tenet of Project 2025 was shrinking the overall federal government. In specific, it talked a lot about USAID. I believe it was saying scale USAID back to pre-pandemic levels. But it seems as if the Trump administration is going even further in this instance.
The administration really is. The Project 2025, the way it phrased it was, the pre-pandemic budget levels being sort of a minimum, and the Trump administration has really gone far beyond that in its sweeping cuts to USAID. It really has been working to dismantle the agency almost entirely, though a lot of that is obviously wrapped up in litigation right now.
That project also called for really addressing government staffing and employment overall. Can you tell us about the parallels? Again, we've seen so much of this with Elon Musk's Doge operations, firing workers across the federal government. What are the parallels there?
Right. So, Project 2025 really lays out this, sort of sweeping blueprint for remaking the federal government and the federal bureaucracy. Of course, Trump's budget director, Russ Vought, being sort of the architect of that plan. He authored a whole chapter of Project 2025. The two really clear things that I think we've seen come directly out of that blueprint and translate into executive order policy. One of them is Project 2025 called for this hiring freeze for federal career officials. That was implemented from the president by executive order. There's also this so-called Schedule F proposal, which basically just makes it easier to fire career civil servants. And we saw the president put that into place as well. And this really just underscores the president's vision and Russ Vought's